Welcome back. I wanted to go over a Khechari alternative. So maybe you're practicing a deep yoga, maybe you heard that Lahiri Mahashaya taught Khechari Mudra to all of his Kriya students. If you're stretching out the tongue, that's wonderful. Just stretching out the tongue will benefit your yogic practice, your meditations. So even if you were never to finish with Khechari, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But what if we could have an alternative to Khechari that was not so difficult and wondrous as trying to accomplish Khechari? What if we could do that? Well, we have one. So part of the purpose of Khechari is that the tongue goes up and is, first of all, erect, and the soft palate wraps around the tongue and holds it in place. It's a very strange feeling at first. You gotta get used to it. So the soft palate, after the tongue slips past the soft palate and goes up into the nasal pharynx, the soft palate wraps around it and holds it in place. And part of what that holding does is it stills the left brain. The talking mind, it stills it for a little bit because the tongue and the left brain, the language center, are together, right? So if you hold the tongue still, you help to hold the left brain still. So that's part of what Khechari is doing. It's part of what helps Khechari to still the mind and deepen meditation. So how can we do that other than Khechari? By completely relaxing the tongue. So 1, relax the jaw. So it hangs open just a little bit. And 2, relax the tongue. And every time you hear a word in your head, relax the tongue more. So that's step 3. Every time you hear a word in your head, relax the tongue more. And notice that the left linguistic brain shuts down a notch each time and becomes more silent and more quiet until it just disappears and leaves you free to roam in the vastness of the right hippocampus. That's what you want. In that space of the right hippocampus, we may download so much information because a picture is worth 1,000 words. So how much is 3 pictures worth? And your right hippocampus will arrange information that you're looking for in such a fashion that will shock you. And that's a really good sign that you're receiving information from your deep brain, that you've gone beyond your linear expecting. See, you can expect something which is linear, right? You can say, oh yeah, I expected that. But when you put connections together with the right hippocampus and other deep parts of your own brain, the answers will shock you, they will surprise you. And that's a really good sign that you're on the right track. So there you have it. This is a Khechari alternative. By the practice of Shambhavi Mudra, we direct our gaze to the spiritual eye. And that is only a reflection of the medulla, right? The Ajna chakra, which is right, the medulla and everything right directly above the medulla. So if we, 1, direct our attention there, and 2, practice the process of relaxing the tongue and notching down our linguistic mind word by word. Every word you hear, you just relax more, right? Relax the tongue back into itself. Remember, it's going to slip back slightly. The tongue in the jaw, in the lower jaw, is when it's fully relaxed, it's going to just slip back a little bit. That's how you know that it's relaxed. So this is a very good alternative. It's very powerful. It's a wonderful Khechari alternative. And I wanted to give that to you. If you're not there with Khechari yet, if you're practicing to get to Khechari but you're not there, this is a wonderful practice. If you just can't do Khechari, which sometimes, you know, the form of the mouth, it just doesn't work for you, that's okay. This is a wonderful Khechari alternative for you. So it's really something that we should all have in our back pocket. When we can't shut up the linguistic mind, something's bothering us. Well, first of all, stop, get a piece of paper, write out what's bothering you, write out a solution, a logical solution, so you can tell your logical mind, hey, I already wrote a solution and I'm going to do that at such and such a time, so let's just push all that to the side. Right now is meditation time. This is soul time for me, right? And then go back to your meditation and just notch the words down. Every time you get a word, relax the tongue more. You can do that in Khechari as well, even if you have full Khechari. All right? So I hope that was helpful for you. I wanted to give you alternative. I don't want to say everybody has to do Khechari. That's not reasonable. That's not realistic. So we have to be reasonable. We have to be realistic. We have to be kind to ourselves. And so this alternative is extremely kind and very, very deep. Don't overlook it. It's really, really cool. All right? Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you next time.